What's happening, guys? This is Lucy Polgar from Last Bastion, sponsored by Fight Division. I'm here with JONNO CHIPCHASE, who I have been dying to speak to for so long now, so I'm really excited. Thank you for giving us your time. First of all, just tell us a little bit about sort of what we're doing here today down at Majestic Gym.
We're down doing some promo work, hitting some pads. All the fighters from the north are meeting up and chatting about the Hitman Fight League, most exciting show coming to you soon.
Yes, absolutely love that. Definitely the most exciting show. So I've been asking the guys, have you managed to catch any of the footage from the first one yet?
I have, yeah, I watched some of it. The watch party seemed awesome. That Howson that was there, saw you was on it as well. Yeah, it was cool. It looked almost like the UFC.
Yeah, so they have done so many sort of different things. Obviously, we've got the live betting, which we have to talk about. They were doing the YouTube live. They had like the punching sort of competition thing. Do you know when it pulls down?
Yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah. So they're doing like loads of little things. All the main cards got full sweatsuits from the Gym King as well, from the sponsors and stuff. So they are putting all these little extra touches on. How does it feel to be part of a show that's trying to push the extra mile and trying to get Muay Thai like more of a widespread thing?
Well, first things first, bet on me.
Yes.
Bet on me, all right. Second of all right, it's awesome to be a part of a show that's got betting in, that's really trying to up the stakes of Muay Thai. I mean, I've been in this game for a long time now, and it's amazing for me to see, how it's sort of progressing and how it's sort of modernising, which is absolutely awesome. I can't wait for it to get to Manchester, for this show to come to Manchester, and for me to cave somebody's face on it, and for all my crowd to be there screaming, because ain't no one from the south coming beating me on a Manchester show. You better believe that. I mean it. The kid's a good kid. Jacob Thompson is a good kid, but I'm coming for you, mate. You are good, I get that, but these will stop anybody when they land.
This is why I was dying to talk to you. I absolutely love it. So I saw that on your Instagram. You were saying like there's nobody from the south who's going to come down and beat you on your hometown. Like how does that make you feel, like that pride instilled in you of like this is my hometown, you're not coming taking it from me? Like tell us a little bit about that feeling.
Yeah, of course. Well, Manchester, it's one of them where Manchester is my hometown. My last two fights have been sort of to see who was the best in Manchester. And in terms of down south, I've been down south, and they've got some good fighters down there, but I think the north is where Muay Thai is at. I think we're more dangerous, I think we're more fucking powerful, and I think the north have got more grit as well. I do, and we're going to show it, and I'm going to show it what Manchester's all about.
I love that, absolutely love it. One thing I've been dying to talk to you about, this is why I wanted to talk to you, there's like a sort of, and you've completely owned it, I just want to know where it originated from, sort of like the bad guy chat before the fights and stuff. So is that something that the public sort of started and you owned, or is that something that you created and everyone got a part of? Like, it was like sort of the chicken and the egg, which came first?
Well, it kind of just started. I've always been outspoken, so even when I was used to get fights on something called the Axe Forum, which the old school people will remember, I used to call people out on there all the time. Like one of the first fights I got on there was a kid called Jordan Calder. He was a really good fighter. He was like smashing it up, beating Thais, beating Japanese fighters, and I just went on there and was like, I'll punch his face in, let's go. And I've always sort of been the same. It's just the way it is. We're having a fight, aren't we? We're not going to touch each other's toes or give each other massages. We're having a war. And if we're going to have a war, I don't really want to be the type of person to go shake your hand or be nice or anything like that. I want to, tell you how it is. We can be friends after, but before the fight, it's fucking war. And I'm coming for it.
Do you know what? I was just going to mention on that because you have said that and your actions completely show it as well. Before the fight, you have mentioned that maybe that is one of the reasons why Muay Thai hasn't spread the same way as boxing and MMA, because in boxing and MMA, they're allowed to do the smart talk, they're allowed to have the arguments before, but like saying in Muay Thai, there's like this sort of, I think you said like sort of the fake respect almost before it, and that kind of hinders getting the hype behind it. But on the aftermath of it, you are always, I saw you with Paul after the fight, no matter what the beef has been before it, that's when the respect comes in. So I really agree with that. I do like that beforehand, you are ready for war, but after it, that's when all the respect comes, once you've earned it in the ring. Yeah,
well, it's one of them where, and I try and tell this to young people, to everybody, it's one of them where you can have an argument with somebody, man to man, right, you should be able to settle it, and once it's settled, it's over, you know what I mean? It's done then, but it's true, it's the way it is. It's the way it's always been around my ends, you know what I mean? If somebody has a problem, we'll have a fight about it, and after that fight, maybe we'll shake hands and have a beer, maybe I'll tell you, go fuck yourself, okay? I don't know how it goes, but it's just how it is, and with Paul, once we'd had a fight, felt like I'd punched him in the face enough, he'd punched me in the face enough, and I've known him for a long time, so it's squashed, innit? But it's not even, the fake respect is one thing. I do hold lines, though. It's one of them where I wouldn't speak about someone's family, wouldn't speak about someone's religion or anything like that, but in terms of fighting, you should be able to say what you want to say, you should be able to build up a fight, because that's what we're here doing, we're here fucking fighting, and that's all I want to do, so you'll see me then. Yes, I love it. Do you know what? You can just feel the passion off you. I absolutely love it. This is why I was really dying to chat to you. See you later. Thank you. This is why I was really excited to chat to you, because
you can feel, again, no disrespect to anybody I've spoken to before, I do love the respect side of it, but I do like the real edge to you where you're just like, no, it's a fight, this is what it is, I'm coming for war. So speaking of that, the language you use as well, you said you're ready for a bloodbath, you say war a lot, you do use like really, descriptive and violent language before it. Does that help you to get in the mood for it?
It does, and it's kill or be killed, The way I visualize it and the way I build myself up before a fight, week before a fight, I'm a maniac, The last 2 times I've been ready to fight, I've been locked up a few days before it. It's been when I had to get out of jail to fight. That's literally how my life's been recently, and that's genuine, that's true.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's true. I was locked up Thursday before fighting Paul on a Saturday. I'll do that every weekend. I smash all your faces in. It's one of them where when we're fighting, and I ain't playing about it. It's real for me. So I set my mind up for war, and I'm coming for war. And they all better be ready.
Yeah, honestly, like I say, I've seen it on the interviews and behind the camera, it's you can feel it, but to be with you in person, like you can feel like, one, that you are absolutely ready for it and you mean everything you're saying, like this isn't just the hype for the camera, this is who you are as a person. But two, how ingrained it is, like this isn't just, you're rocking up for a fight, like this is something you live by outside of the ring as well.
My biggest hope, my greatest hope is, somebody can sort of silence and finish me properly. I want to die. I want peace, or I want to die in a proper warrior's way. And that's the way I do it. It's kill or be killed. I'm coming to take somebody's head off. And if you want to stop me, you're going to have to take my head off. That's just the way it is. If you don't know that, you don't know nothing.
Well, with that mindset, that attitude and that passion, I can only imagine what the June show is going to be like. Just talk to us a little bit about the opponent then. Have you looked at anything he's done before?
Yeah, he beat Arthur Mayo. He's a good fighter. He's a world-class fighter. He was one of John Haggerty's last opponents. He beat him, sort of muffled him in the clinch. I've seen a few more of his fights. He's a good kid, And I said this before I fought Evan Jays. I say this before I fought anybody, Just because I think I'm going to beat somebody doesn't mean they're not good. You know what I mean?
Yeah, of course.
I'm just letting you know my intentions. And he is a good kid. He looks durable. He looks fit. He comes from a good gym. But I ain't going to change anything. On June, I'm knocking him out.
So my next question was just about to be, but I think I already know the answer. Does the hype of the Hitman Fight League and like the level of prestige behind it and the names behind it, does that put any pressure on you at all? But based on your answers, I'm pretty sure that you're just cool, calm, collected and ready for war.
I'm never scared to fight. I've never been scared to fight. I used to say it about me and Dad in the old school days, cool as a cucumber before. People used to say it was like an issue I had. Where before I fight, I'm just happy to be there. I can't wait to rip somebody's face off. Afterwards is when sort of the decompression happens, and then I can feel all the emotions and stuff. But before a fight, I'm ready for war.
I can feel it as well, like I said, you can feel the focus, you can feel the passion, you can feel that it's so ingrained in you. I'm really, really, really looking forward to watching you fight, actually, just because to see all this live as well. I've never seen you fight live, I've only seen videos, so really excited to watch that. Just before we let you go, have you got any sort of specific ideas based on the videos you've watched of him, or are you just sort of going to do your own style? Are you going to adapt anything?
I'm just going to do my own thing. I'm going to focus on me, focus on fighting to the best of my ability. You try and change something for an opponent, it means you're thinking about them. I've never agreed with that. We have basic game plans, but the fight's going to go the way the fight's going to go. And the way I see it is I'm just going to get in there, try and smash his face in, try and not get my face smashed in. That's it, walk away with some money in it.
Yeah, I love like you say, like the simplicity, the way you've put it down. It is what it is. It's a fight. We're here to do this, and you're not doing the whole sort of.
Oh no, we're showing up half naked in little special shorts, right? Oiled up, ready to have a fight. You don't need to be all sort of special about it. We can be friends afterwards, but before that point, we are just two naked guys having a scrap for a drunk audience. So let's fucking have a fight.
I absolutely love it. Last little question now, and then I promise we'll let you go. Thank you. You have had plenty of fights in your time, and you've fought a massive caliber of people. For young fighters, is there any advice? One thing I saw from a video I think you did ages ago was just saying, like, don't slip. Like, always be on the game. Like, rent's always due. What else would you say to young fighters? Because you seem to have a very, very clear mindset on it is what it is, and you've not let the outside noise get in. So, like, how would you advise young fighters coming up now?
I would say don't focus on being perfect. Don't focus on a perfect camp. Don't focus on a perfect diet. Focus on just getting up and doing it anyway. So it's one of them where sometimes you wake up, you might be maybe like 7 weeks out. You might be a bit hungover. You might be you've been high the night before. You might have a bit of an injury on your leg. You might have eaten too much the day before. Just get your fucking shoes on and run. It's never going to be always perfect, but this is a lifestyle thing. So you have to live the life, and I don't mean live the life trying to be like a perfect angel. I mean just train and just fucking fight hard when you fight. It's pretty much it.
Do you know what? That ties in absolutely perfectly with saying like how ingrained it is, and I'm so glad that I finally met you in person because, like I say, I've seen loads of your videos. Really excited to watch your fight. From the passion and focus, and like I say, just feeling how deep it is in you. I think you are going to put on absolute fireworks. So we're ready for the war. We're ready for the bloodbath. I'm really excited to see it. Thank you so much for chatting to us. Is there anything else? Any sort of sponsors you want to shout out? Any gyms you need to shout out?
Just thank you to my gym, thank you to MFA, thank you to all my supporters who always come and see me fight. This time it's in Manchester again, so I want to hear and see you all there. All right, I want to see everybody there screaming from the rafters, screaming for the Hitman Fight League and screaming for the fucking JCB. Let's do it.
Love that. Thanks so much.
Here we go!